call the meeting to order at 4:05 p.m. And ask for any public comment. Anybody wants to have a word? Well, my dog wants to give it a word. And okay, hearing no one, I'd like to ask for approval of the previous minutes. Any corrections or concerns? If not,
So
Pat, can I have an approval?
So Virginia's
I
asking
recommend
for
we-
approval of the minutes.
Approve the minutes
Okay.
of
Okay,
November 9th.
Norm says that he approves the minutes as given to him.
Can they hear me?
Yes, I think, can you hear Norm?
Oh,
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I can hear you.
Okay, so we have approval of the minutes
That's November 9th, right?
from November 9th, and there are no corrections. Well, that's finished. Hi, Linda.
Hello, sorry, I had to update the Zoom. It said I had to re-download it for some reason.
We're all having funnies today.
Okay, good,
So
thanks.
let's go ahead and yeah, Patty, are you ready to talk with us?
Yes, I have the financial report. Today we have December, the total $60,913. Oh, Chief, that's November's financial report.
That's what I have too.
Let me see what I have.
Oh,
So give me a second, please. I'm gonna check your
did I send the last?
email.
I have November's too.
Patty, that's what came in your email.
Oh, I am so sorry. Give me one moment and I will email this updated one. I'm so sorry about that.
If you can email that to me, Patty, I'll get it up on the screen.
Yes, perfect. Why
I'm just waiting for Patty to
is that?
updated financial report to Chief Carlton so we can bring it up.
Okay, I see. I've got sales revenue December 31st. Okay.
Yeah, just one moment here. I wonder if my save as saved to a different spot here. Give me just a moment. Okay, try that one more time. Okay, Chief, you should have it there momentarily. Ah, there we go. Thank you. So the December warrants total $60,913.73. The total for payroll is $18,224.46. That includes Chief Carlton's salary of $5,707.92, along with Chief Shields' pay of $3,333.34. And there was one event for each of the commissioners and the board secretary. And the total payout for volunteers, including the warrants, was $18,991. And the financial statements for November have been handed out for your review. So today I'm just presenting the warrants and payroll for December for approval.
Okay. Can we look at the bottom part of this? Can you pull it up? There you go. Okay, are there any questions? Any concerns? Okay, may I have a motion to accept the warrants and payroll as presented, please?
I'll suggest that we accept this payroll as it's been presented. It's the 30th of November, 22 budget remaining. I make a
Okay.
motion, we accept that.
Thank you. I'll second that. So it's passed.
I approve.
Norm approves too.
I've got it on my screen.
Okay.
Okay, Patty?
Okay, and then I just have a quick financial update. And that is as of November 30th of this year, we currently have 13.59% left in the budget. And that is compared to 19.12 same time last year.
And that's, we've had some major bills, so that is
Yes.
where that is occurring. Any questions?
No.
Okay, you have anything else, Patty?
I do not have anything else.
All righty, shall we move right along to correspondence? Chief, any correspondence or? John?
No correspondence.
That I'm aware of.
Okay, all right.
The only emails that I get still thank you for the CPR training that we did, but no other correspondence that comes to mind.
Okay. Chief's report?
So it's going to be my chief's report for December 2022 for the month of November. It's a record month and year for calls for service. This last month, we had 71 calls. That's an all-time high for us in 1 month. We had some special circumstances with some people in that were under hospice care that we did extra effort for this last month as well. So this year, Chief Shields, where are we at on call volume? 450?
Or 459 as of last night.
You know, almost 460 calls. So pre-COVID, I think we were close to 300, if I'm not mistaken, pre-COVID. Then we dropped some during COVID, but this is going to be a considerable increase this year from a pre-COVID normal year. We'll probably increase, I would have to say, by 75 to 100 calls, but I'd have to look at the final year before COVID. So that would be 2019 would be a pre-COVID year on call volume. So anyway, it's been a record year and our volunteers have really stepped up to the plate in order to cover all those calls for service. I'd like to wish everybody happy holidays and a new year. hope all of your upcoming celebrations with family and friends are great for everyone. So I would like to do that to the general public as well. Nothing to report on the apparatus, although all the bills came due with engine 58, 5802, and 5803. We had a major service done on Scooby-Doo. And so that came back around $4,700, I think. And I explained that last meeting where we had taken it to the shop for about 15, 20 years. So I think that's good return on investment, but it was leaking in almost everywhere, every place that a vehicle can leak. And we got all that fixed. We have a little reduction in the roster. We have 38 members, 29 Canadians, 8 Point Roberts, 1 county. We still have 2 paramedics, including myself, on staff, 15 EMTs, 4 advanced EMTs of those 15, 1 ambassador, and 32 firefighters. Volunteer hours for the month of November. Sorry, I think I have that. I have that reversed. I apologize. So just on this report, I'll reverse it and send it back out. But the volunteer payroll is 13,314. Volunteer hours were 2,372 for the month of November. Combined chief hours, I worked 160. I took some vacation hours to take my wife to Kansas City for her medical appointments. Assistant Chief Shields worked 119. Total chief hours 279 for the month of November. Incidents, we had 71. EMS calls, we had 34. We had 5 transports from our district to St. Joseph's. We had 2 Airlift Northwest calls. We had 7 no transport calls, 1 county medic unit rendezvous. We had 19 EMS cares, community paramedic responses. We had 10 public service calls and 27 fire classifications. 1 permitted outdoor burn. 1 permitted, 4 illegal burns. We had 2 false alarms. We had 12 power line issues during the windstorms and the bad weather. We had 1 gas leak. And we had 1 water problem, 5 carbon monoxide calls, believe it or not, in the month of November with carbon monoxide worries and alarms going off. And then we had 1 building collapse, which was caused by an uprooted tree during the windstorm. And we helped the owner of that property out. So that completes my chief's reports for the month of November 2022. Take any questions.
No.
Okay. Thank you, Chief. You.
Yeah, sorry about that reversal of hours and
Okay. You have been very busy, you and all of your team, and we thank you for that. Think about Point Roberts. If we didn't have this service here, it would be pretty awful. So thank you so much. Unfinished business? Anything to bring up?
yeah, I'll bring
How
up. So I'm a little casual today, just to let everybody know. I'm still in Cabo, Mexico. So I just want to let everybody know that. So I apologize for looking so casual, but I am on a beach and pausing for the meeting today. I'll bring up the grants that we're putting in. They're finalizing the grants for AFG. Again, I'll remind everybody we'll be putting in for an ambulance grant to replace aid 5802. We're putting in a radio grant to replace all of our portables and mobile radios and our base station radio inside the station. That grant has come to over $400,000 in and of itself. The ambulance grant will barely be in the realm of $150,000, and we'll have to make up some of that most likely to buy a new ambulance, which the average cost now is around $220,000 for an ambulance. Patty can contest to that because District 7 just had to go out and buy one, and it was around $221, I believe. So everything's getting more expensive. I think I'm also going to be putting in for an AFG for training, and that'll be for a May Day seminar potentially, and then also training out 15 new command certified positions, which would be through the Blue Card system. Both of those would be through the Blue Card system. And then might be putting in for some extrication equipment potentially through the Colton Foundation to see if they'll help us finance that. So that's where I'm at on my grants. We won't know anything until March on any of the 3 grants. If I decide to put in that training grant or ask the Colton Foundation, I may reverse it and ask the Colton Foundation to give us the funds for the training grant. See if they would fund such a thing, if they're allowed to do that. But we'll see and see where it goes. But we won't know anything until March. We had a great exploite, I guess, on the Discovery Channel, that documentary. I sent it out to all of the commissioners. You should have received an email and should have been able to watch that. They gave us a lot of time, which was tremendous, and to watch the whole thing and to see the extent of that operation in case of a Cascadia event. It's amazing that it's being accomplished to the level that it is. And I'm glad Point Roberts is part of that. The CERT team is able to participate along with our prep teams, and to know that our community won't be forgotten, but will be part of gaining the benefit of getting food and other supplies brought into us during such an event outside of any state or federal assistance.
I got a question for Patty. When you send the budget out, is there any reason you make it so we can't print it? Because I couldn't print it.
No, have you tried printing any of the documents that I send? Is it all of them you can't print or just a particular report?
Just the financial report.
Because that comes through as a Word document. It shouldn't be, it's not protected in any way. So you should be able to print it.
It says on the top, it says for read only.
Yeah, I had a lot of trouble getting them printed out. And I think it's, Fadi did some changes on the website, and I think maybe that's part of the problem. It may be a different technique, but it's very hard to print now. So we need to talk to Fadi.
I can attest to that. And those actually were not Fadi's changes. I believe that is GoDaddy, who our email is through. Fadi had called me last week to let me know, hey, FYI, they are updating their platform to, I think it's a Microsoft 365. Is that correct, Chief?
It
Right.
is.
Format. And it definitely looks different. And actually, while we are on the phone here on my other screen, I was just trying to pull up the financial reports from the county to print out because they send me several details and they're on an Excel spreadsheet, and usually I can compress them several columns at a time. It won't let me do that now. I have to do one column at a time, and it's really maddening. So yes, learning curve, we'll say, because I'm not, it's definitely different. I would agree.
If you need a copy
So
of,
I got a question. Did you guys try to download those documents and then print them?
Oh,
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right. Because I can print them no problem once I download them to my desktop.
right, but if you just pull it up, that's right, then it probably won't print. You
No,
have.
it won't. You have to download
Yeah,
it.
so
That I
if
figured
you-
out finally.
If you click on the document, it'll pull up on your screen, but then up in the left-hand corner, I believe there's a download arrow. And you need to download the document to your computer and save it on your desktop or in your documents, and then you should be able to print it from there.
I'll try that.
Yeah, okay.
Does that help you, Pat?
Uh-huh.
Does that help you?
Well, we'll have to wait till I try it again. I spent a couple hours going nuts working with it.
If you guys ever have problems like that, please let me know or Chief Shields know, and we'll print those. And we'll get you a PDF I guess, that you can see better than pulling it up in an email, or try to get you hard copies some way before the
Mhm.
meeting.
Okay,
I will forward the December financial report, since I had sent the November one in error. I will forward that right now to everybody, so you'll have it just for reference.
Good, thank you.
Yes.
So realistically, we have 13% left in the budget. All of our expenditures went through November 30th. There may be a couple things that we put. I would say that's it. That's our budget year. So December 1 to November 30th is our budget year. So this, starting December 1, everything is in the 2023 budget now.
Right.
For expenditures. So we ended up with a 13% budget that once the new year comes in, the commissioners will have to choose where to put those funds that are not used in 22.
After doing some calculations for payroll, as far as people who don't have their ITINs, we have approximately another 10 that we can put into reserves.
Okay.
Any other comments or concerns?
no, not for me.
Okay. Norm, are you still on?
Yes, I'm on. No,
Okay,
no
you-
concerns.
Okay. So I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion that we adjourn the meeting
Okay,
at
you have mine.
approximately 6:25 or 1625.
Okay. I'll second that. We are adjourned. Thank you all.
So I will
Chief,
swing
have a good
by,
rest of your trip.
Commissioner Lester and Commissioner Harper to get you to sign the warrants here in a few minutes, and I will bring you a hard copy, Commissioner Harper, of the financial. So you
Okay,
have it.